All right. Hello, James Pratt here. I'm at TCEA again, and I'm here with Dominic with the Matata Studios, one of our partners. And they've got some really cool stuff that I got a bunch of grandkids. They really like these programming things. So he's going to talk a little bit about this. Kind of what is Matata Studios and what products they offer and how does that help kids?
Yeah, so Matata Studio, we actually have kind of two branches. We have the coding with our Matata code.
Oh, yeah.
And these are the 4 robots that we have, and we're going to go through all of them.
Okay.
And we also have Matata Explorer with our microscope. And this is an example of one of our microscope.
Okay.
It looks different from what you're used to, just because it's portable. You can take it anywhere.
That's
it's
cool.
like a webcam, but that super magnifier that you get there. So do you want to have a look at those robots and see what they can do?
Yeah, so let's show me about this one.
Yeah, so we tried to go from very early elementary all the way to high school.
Okay.
And that's why we have 4 products in our lineup.
Okay.
So this is the easiest. We use what we call tangible coding. We're not yet doing like coding with typing stuff or using coding blocks like we would do in Scratch. Students can do all the coding right on the device.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Now, you may have seen some competing products where you do the coding, but you don't see your code. So students kind of have to use little cards or remember their code. With this one, you can actually see the code, and it's color-coded, so students can see their code.
Okay.
Another great thing with this one is literacy. You can record yourself. So if you click on the microphone, I can say, "I'm so cute." And then this has been recorded. And students can record multiple of these sound clips.
Yeah.
So many projects you could do. Like you could go across the US and stop at every state and say something about them.
Yeah.
So that would be a nice geography. I had students work on a timeline in history, and they would stop and say something about each date that it's visiting. And it comes with a bunch of attachments. This is one example where you can put your good old Duplo and Lego bricks.
Yeah.
But we have so many attachments, like a little arm, so you can create challenges for your students to go and pick up an object and move it there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's a very versatile robot, screen-free. A lot of parents like the screen-free idea because students are always on their devices.
Yeah, right.
It can also be coded with a device if you want, but that's not the main purpose of this one.
Okay.
But it has the option, which push it further than kindergarten, first grade, second grade. You could push it later as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so this is our second one. Screen-free again, students are using plastic tiles.
Oh, yeah?
So now they're starting to have the idea of coding blocks that we didn't have with the first one. So we're moving like one step further. And this is actually using a coding tower.
Really?
The coding tower has a little camera here to look at the code. And this is your control tower. See that little guy at the top of the tower?
Yeah.
And this guy, it's giving instruction to the other guy on the robot. So wirelessly, it's going to transmit whatever your code is on the device here. When you're ready, you press on the big, I call it the YouTube button.
Yeah.
That's what kids see it as. And then the robot starts moving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It will perform the code. You can even do advanced coding using angles. Like this is 45 degrees. So you're not limited to just the 90 degrees angle. And we have so many expansion packs to go with this, including one called the Musician.
Yeah.
Where it can play music.
Ah, wow.
You can also put a marker in the middle here so that the robot can draw. So you can do all of your arts, but you can also do all of your geometry and measurement and different shapes.
So they're learning just basic how to build code out of blocks.
Yeah, we actually promote 2 types. We promote learning to code, but we also promote coding to learn. Where you use your code to learn math and science and history and geography and arts. Yeah. So then we move to our more advanced ones, more for middle school. This one looks very similar to this one, but this one needs a device. So you would connect it to an iPad, a Chromebook, Mac, Windows, whatever device you have. And it has some Lego attachment.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
The idea is that students don't always use it as a rover.
Yeah.
You could put it on its side and use the attachment here as a motor.
Oh, yeah.
You can add extra motors. It's fully compatible with Lego bricks and pieces.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And we do sell a kit that comes with some of these bricks and pieces, like gears and pulleys and stuff like that. So this is more for like engineering, building, creating.
Okay.
And our last one, which is our high school one. This one we recommend age 12 and up. This one is our AI device. It comes with a camera. So the idea is that you can do pattern recognition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if I start it, you're going to see that a little bit like your camera right there can recognize our beautiful faces.
Yes, yes.
This can do face recognition, animal recognition, object recognition, but you get to train the model. And a lot of students use AI, but they don't know what is behind AI.
Okay.
The goal of this is to teach them what is behind AI. If I want the robot to recognize James, I need to train the model with multiple photos of James.
Okay, gotcha.
Because you might be wearing a different shirt tomorrow or a different
hat. Right?
Yeah,
glasses.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, glasses. Or you might be smiling one day and not smiling the other day. So you would train the model using the camera, see it recognize our faces, it can recognize, our features, and you train the model to then code the robot. If it's James, then do this. If it's Dominic, then do something different.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
One of the projects, because our strength is curriculum.
Okay.
It comes with activities and booklets and websites and tutorials. So
it's not you're not just getting the robot, you're getting a whole program on how to
and show how to connect with science and math and social studies.
Great.
One of the projects that I love in this one is students create their own grocery cart checkout.
Oh, yeah?
So you train the model, like what does an apple look like? What does a pear look like? What does grapes look like?
Oh, yeah?
And then you can just kind of scan them and it's going to add them to a list of variables. So that's one of the projects that kids can do with
excellent.
So that's our lineup for the coding.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to see some of the microscope that we have?
Yeah, let's go over to the microscope.
Yeah.
So we're back here. Now we're going to take a look at the microscopes that Matata Studios have that work great in the classroom. Tell us a little bit about these, Dominic.
Yes. So I used to teach science in the classroom, and those old microscopes were great, but they were optical.
Yeah.
Which means you could only see through that little lens. With these ones, we have those big screens.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot easier to see.
Yes.
And also, you can take them on the go.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
So you can take it apart. This one comes with a screen. You could even get one that just has this part.
Yes.
And you would use your phone or your tablet or your computer to see. And you can take them anywhere, which means you don't need to prepare slides.
Okay.
I see students, especially in elementary school with this one, having so much fun looking at fabrics. Like, look at the fabrics here of my shirt. They can look at even the ridges on the table here, a penny,
or a
anything.
bug crawling around. Yeah.
And you don't have to kill the insects as well.
Yeah.
With this one, you would need to prepare a slide with the insects. You can actually look at something live that's
cool.
moving. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, once you're done though, you can put it here and you can use it as a more traditional microscope.
Yes.
It only comes with one lens. This is our model for the younger children.
Okay.
But still, you get a pretty good picture. You see an insect here.
Yes.
Just with the this microscope.
And my understanding is you can also put this up on a big screen. Either one of them, really.
Yes, especially if you're using a version that connects to your phone.
Yeah.
Or your phone or your laptop or your iPad, you can connect that to your big screen. And,
whole class can see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Great.
It's so much fun to give it to a student and say, find something to look at. And all the class can see on the big screen. Yeah, and you as a teacher, you can point to stuff.
Yes.
Which when students were looking through the lens, it was very difficult to see what they were seeing because only one person could look at a time.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot easier to show to students.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you're using something like a smart board, you can highlight things. You can draw
pick your laser pointer.
You can send those pictures, and students can work on them as well.
Great. That's excellent. I like
so
that.
you can share the pictures. So this one is our more professional model, which is designed more for middle and high school.
Okay.
Where you would have your traditional 4 lenses on it.
Okay.
And you can put your prepared slides. You do have your screws to move forward, backward, left, and right. And you can do your focusing right here.
Okay.
So this one is one of our more traditional microscope. As you can see also, no cables.
No wires,
all battery powered. It's all battery operated, makes it a lot easier. Yeah. My old classroom only had one outlet for the whole class, so it makes it a lot easier. Okay. So this is our line of digital microscope. We only have 2 here, but we do have a whole lineup.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I think we have about 10 in the lineup.
Yeah.
Different magnification, different price points.
So,
you can find some that will be useful for your classroom.
Great. Well, so that's just a touch on what Matata Studios offers. If you want more information about that, be sure and contact any of your Twotrees reps, and we'd love to show it and give you some information.